We're live. Okay. So, 1 second here. I'm gonna go ahead and say this right off the bat. This is not meant to be like a normal stream where I just hope to get viewers. This is meant to be kind of like a video, if you know what I'm saying. Because every time I try to make a video, it's too short. It cuts off, really short, and I can't make long videos. So I'm about to try to fix that out later on, but I figured that today would be a very long, in-depth conversation about core versus hardcore, and why might some people prefer hardcore over core, and why some people may prefer core over hardcore. Now, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. I have a problem with core. I can't play it, man. It's too lame. It truly is the noob way to play. It's truly meant and designed for the noob because it gives you so many advantages, such as not hit mark. I about to say hit mark. I about made myself sound like a dumbass, but it gives you your HUD and it shows you your hip fire accuracy. Thing. In hardcore, they don't have that. It's non-existent. Actually, so I don't think enough YouTubers, and I don't know, it's kind of been a thought. I'll tell you kind of how I made this video. For one, every time I watch a Call of Duty Modern Warfare video, I always see core gameplay, and you can always tell it's core because it typically shows you the weapon you're using, the amount of ammo you have, that sort of thing. So I always just notice that, and I'm like, why don't you ever see that much hardcore gameplay? And then I looked up a small thing, like, why do people not play hardcore? Then I see a bunch of these, like, rant videos and stuff like that, and it's like, a hardcore requires no skill. It requires you to spray and pray, stuff like that. Just really stupid and, very unthought of stuff. Just things that people may complain with because it may have happened to them. I'm not going to say it doesn't happen, because it does. It really does happen. Whereas, I'm sucking ass right now, right? And I'm having a blast because it's hardcore, man, Like, look, I got hit once and I'm still alive, man. So this whole notion that one bullet can kill you it's nonsense, man. Oh, Lord. What? Oh, okay, alright. I about thought my stream about cut off. Because I've been having a lot of technical issues with it. Alright, that's not a smart idea. But yeah, no, I truly think that, I truly think that hardcore's better because it allows you, what am I trying to say here, man? I was going off about something and something cut me off. My stream got cut off, so I transitioned my thought process. So let me try to recap. Okay, yeah, so people are saying that it requires no skill. You can spray and pray and get your kills. And this whole one-shot, one-kill kills you. It's just nonsense, man. It's because they truly haven't played the mode long enough to get the hang of it. You can take about 2 bullets. Yeah, that's not a lot. That increases the time to kill significantly, but I like that fast time to kill. I like the intensity. I like everything about it, man. By the way, oh shit. Mics I always had this issue with my mics where they always do this stupid shit, but oh well. I might buy a new one soon, don't worry. But if we bear with me here, I would just like to criticize core for, for this whole 7 shots to kill. That's just too much for me, man. It's like if I'm the first to fire, and if I plan out a not meticulous, but a more methodical approach where I'm slower, I get fucked over, man, because what ends up happening is somebody that's faster than me and takes off the stock in their weapon and has no form of accuracy, running around the map, spraying about 100 rounds everywhere. They have a higher chance of killing me than I have a higher chance of killing them, so long as they do more damage. Because in reality, in core, it's all about who can stack up the highest amount of damage as fast as possible. And the problem with that comes to be the fact that you're really limited in what you can do. And let's say you're trying to use, you know, let's say shotguns, right? Shotguns can stack up a large amount of damage relatively quickly. Yeah, I'm leaving the match, man. It's I don't know, man. I'm leaving the match. But actually, while I'm here, why don't I demonstrate? So a weapon like the M4A1, right, has solid damage, right? Okay, well, let's compare that to a weapon like the FAMAS, which does a lot more damage. A weapon like the Odin that does a little bit more damage. You know, so when it comes down to accuracy and fire rate, it really comes down to the whole, well, let's find the gun that does the most amount of damage. And oftentimes, you know, people just don't really bother using anything else. They find one good weapon, one good build for a weapon, and then that's it. That's all they use. They don't bother to use anything else, and then they try to tell people like me that play hardcore that we have no skill because we just play hardcore. Okay? If I have no skill, then how is it that I'm, you know, being so successful in hardcore? Anytime I play core, like here, let me go into a core match. Let me demonstrate to you my problem with core. So if we go to core free-for-all, where I had the highest chance of getting the most amount of kills, right? We'll see how good I do. Because I think it's better to show a visual demonstration other than, you know, people just talking about it. You know, because when people talk about it, talking about it's a lot easier than actually doing it. So, as honest as I am, I'm going to play a match of core. I've never thought I'd do this. I've thought about doing this for a little bit. That contradicts exactly what I'm saying, but how do I say this? I would never think I'd actually play it, but I thought of actually playing it just for a video to demonstrate the problems, the various issues I have with this mode, the various cancerous issues that I have with this mode. And like all things, you know, there are, we'll use the M4A1, perfect example. Oh shit, oh no, that's hardcore. Forgot, hang on, I'm slow. How do you make this as, okay, there we go. I had to reset that, I forgot. You have to do your different filters, which that's kind of lame, to be honest. And you know, another thing with core, it says on, hang on, am I on, okay, this is still recording. Okay, so another problem I have with the whole argument of core is people say, well, you know, with hardcore, it's like there's not a competitive play, there's no competition, there's no, well, what, there doesn't need to be. We're not competitive players. We don't give a fuck about your, you know, your whole competition, your whole esports. If they did do a hardcore esports, would you be there? And I don't think they're going to do that, because for one, the whole esports thing has already been established for a couple years on just core. It's become the norm. It would be kind of strange if they were to just switch it out. But I think it would be interesting, because I would actually attempt it. I would probably fail. I'd probably get my ass handed to me, but I would attempt it, and I'd feel more comfortable holding my own in that mode. Whereas something like this, see just how okay, so look, so for my hip fire, it shows me generally where I'm going to hit. Exactly, look at this. No stock. 7 shots and didn't even bother to look behind him. Bad hits, man. You see, if that were hardcore, I would have had him. Look at that shit, man. I hit him like 9 times. My first couple shots I missed, man, but if it were hardcore, I would have been able to read it. I would have been dead if it were hardcore. Okay. Okay, how did that happen? Let's see this. That's another thing, they actually do these stupid ass replays. Decent accuracy, not really. Aim was off, but he got decent high value shot. It's all about hitting the upper torso in this game. Let's see how bad that the 1911 performs. Oh man. What the fuck? Let's watch this replay. That makes much sense, am I right? Let me guess, he already regenerated all that health. Look at that shit. Let's see this. That does not make sense at all. He shot lower, and I guess his recoil brought him up to my upper body. I guess it done more damage. But I seem to do a lot more damage than usual, man. I seem to shoot people quite a bit, and they don't seem to die. Which is one of the actual various issues that I actually have with the mode. How is that a wallbang? Ah, what's the point? Oh, and it doesn't matter. I don't know, man. I really don't like this mode, to be honest with you guys. And it's so strange, man. It seems like the UAV radar that's given to you doesn't seem to work. Okay, let's see how I performed. 6 kills and 7 deaths. Okay, I didn't do really that bad. I just KD's in the negatives. But then again, I joined in progress, so I just don't understand. Oh man. Also, another thing that just totally irks me with the whole core versus hardcore argument, apart from the whole no skill, people are like, it's so easy. Okay, well, in my opinion, define easy, because in my opinion, it seems to be a whole lot easier to play core. I'm able to understand my situations a bit better. Now, sure, in a map like Atlas Superstore where everyone's kind of bum rushing, it really truly doesn't matter, but you know, whatever. I don't know, I really don't like the HUD, man. It just takes away some of the immersion that this game has. By the way, this game has great graphics. Recommend playing on PS4 Pro. Very amazing. Okay, man, we'll see how this fight does, because we have 41 Action Express rounds put in here, or AE as people call it. All right. I know someone spawned around these parts, so. Okay, there's a guy over there. Two dudes, and I still get annihilated. Now that's the Action Express, so let's see how much damage I deal. That makes much sense, right? That makes much sense out of anything else. Okay. Let's see this. Thermal optic, okay. Decent. Let's see this accuracy. Okay, that was a decent play. He mounted while shooting at help control his recoil midway of killing me, so that was fast. Doesn't seem to take a whole lot of skill, really, to just nail people in the head. To be honest, if I'm being truly honest with you guys. See, it doesn't take much skill to waste people, man. And see, that was a headshot too. You know, I don't really feel like I'm a skilled player. You know, so this whole notion of it takes more skill to play core, you know, and I'm only doing that voice to, you know, to mock some of the players that complain so much about it. They're only complaining at it because they either A, they suck at it, or B, they just don't want to give it a try. Now, if they truly honestly have played it, they probably wouldn't. They'd probably realize that deep down, the whole argument core over a hardcore or hardcore over core is an argument that's so redundant. It's Call of Duty, for crying out loud, guys. Like, we love this game because it's a good game. Doesn't matter what you play, but I guess somehow it's an issue. I don't know. I really kind of enjoy the whole trying to, you know, have my opinion on the argument itself. Is kind of I don't know. It's a good argument, you know. It really is. It's lame, but it's really good if you think about it. Like, you know, you can make so many arguments for why core is better than hardcore and why hardcore is so much better than core. But I truly think at the end of the day, it's player preference, and either A, players are really good at one mode over the other, or B, whatever, vice versa. And, you know, situations like in hardcore, I mean, look at this. Look at this KD ratio. 4 kills and 5 deaths, man. Again, running into the same issue with the Atlas Superstore match, which was last match. I'm just really not good at core, man. You know, but I'm able to nail people pretty decent. You know, so this whole notion that, you know, core requires so much more skill than hardcore, it doesn't make sense at all. As long as I run around with 41 Action Express, I'm able to shred people. See what I'm saying? I got, what is this? Yeah, so I got 41 Action Express, and that's like, what, 32 rounds of 41 Action Express. That's a lot of damage right there, man. Whereas if I put my 450 SOCOM on my, you know, M4, I'm only restricted to like a 10-round mag. Look at this. I'm on the verge of death. He should have had me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that dude should have got that kill. If it were core, I would have been dead. I would have already been respawned. I probably would have got a couple kills. And just to kind of tell you guys about the fluency with core versus hardcore. With core, it's a lot slower. You know, it's not. I don't even know how to describe it. It's much slower. All right. Oh man. Let's see this. MP5. A jump shot. So what kind of dookie ass shit is that? What kind of shit is that? He shot me first. I should have died. The next cuck shoots me and then I die. How does that make any sense? I was like a FAL or, you know, an EBR or something like that. Or an SKS or something. Something of high damage value. And yet I'm still alive? Like, how many shots I take? Like 3, 4, 5? And this dude's like, why isn't he dying? I just don't get it, man. Like, truly, man, core sucks. I can't, oh man. The whole brain dead argument of, you know, oh, well, you know, with hardcore, it seems like the only people that truly think the difference is truly hardcore are kids. So you can't use the argument that core is marketed toward kids. But in reality, if we're just going to be honest here, core is for kids, man. It's because it's easier for them to understand. It's less stressful. I don't know, man. I don't even know how that was a wall bang. Finally died. See, guys, it doesn't take that much skill, right, to do exactly what I just pulled, man. I pulled COD God 420 type shit, man. You know. don't know, guys. This is kind of lame, man. I personally don't find much satisfaction. Oh, cool. I'm in 3rd place, guys. Look at me. I truly don't think it's that fun, man. It truly isn't. Let's be honest here. It really just... It seems so lame and mediocre. You know, hardcore, it seems fun and fluent. You know, it seems cool. And yes, I'm going to say it. I don't care how cringy it sounds, but hardcore is for hardcore players. It's hardcore. Okay? So that means that if you suck ass at reaction time, like here, watch my difference, right? I was sucking ass. Now let's flip it over to something like this. Oh, we'll keep it on Team Deathmatch. But, you know, and this is a piece of shit Uzi build, man. This isn't meant to be God tier type shit, man, but I'm able to lay waste. I'm able to, you know, lay out anybody in my way. So, regardless, you know, if I were to use something like, I don't know, let's say if I took the stock off of this, you know, shorten the barrel, and had no other attachments except a sniper scope on this if it were possible, and run around with that, I wouldn't get anywhere. But I could on hardcore, you know, so I think hardcore provides me the freedom of choice of choosing what type of weaponry I could use. With hardcore, people say, well, you know, it does have a meta. It's all about reaction time, so you want to have fast ADS and sprint out times. Yeah, but you also want to have good accuracy, especially for the longer range engagements. And yes, people say hardcore doesn't require accuracy, because what's the point in placing down precise shots with an FAL if someone can just waste you with a 1911? Well, that, my friend, comes in with reaction time, because you need both accuracy and reaction time to be an efficient player. Also, it does require a lot of environmental awareness and even map knowledge, so... Okay, so that bullet came from there, so the Tango must be... Okay, that was actually friendly. So... Okay, alright. And the beauty of it is, it doesn't even show you the replay after you die, you just die. So if you truly aren't paying enough attention, you truly won't know who killed you or from how. The thing you gotta look out for is like bullets and stuff flying around everywhere, because that kind of shit actually does matter in this mode. See, that was a one-shot, one-kill, man, from a headshot. So there's your target value, right? You get your headshot, it's a one-shot. So having only 30% health means guns that deal 40% damage should naturally be a one-shot kill. And this does also mean if you're shooting through walls trying to get wall bangs, this also makes that a whole lot easier and more efficient. And that makes it more realistic. So it takes away the whole person hiding behind cover becomes God at times. And I guess it all depends on what kind of cover you're hiding behind. But truly, I think that the more people end up trying to argue and debate which is better, I think the less fun the game becomes as you critique each mode. But to be honest, I still have more fun playing hardcore. It's just, for me, it's for me, man. I understand that for some people it's just not the shit, and I get that. Bro, I was gonna execute him, but shit, man. But you know, the whole, you know, and that guy was camping, you know, and it's impossible to kill campers. When you're camping, you become invincible. And that's definitely a lie. But yeah, no, I've seen this guy's video. He seemed to have a pretty, you know, distaste for, you know, hardcore. He was right on a couple of things, and that's that they provide you the proper freedom to create your class however you choose and feel comfortable with it, and therefore it feels more fun because of that reason alone. But then he goes to critique it by saying that, hang on, I'll find the video if you guys want to know, or not, but it is, oh shit, hang on. By the way, there's another thing I want to go to mention, and that is that, you know, obviously this video is very shitty. Please, if you've had the patience to make it up to this far, I really appreciate that. But a decent little argument I want to go ahead and make here is that, yes, we have, you know, we have team killing. And yeah, that could be annoying at first, but it teaches you trigger discipline and teaches you how to be more tactically aware. And the importance of being more aware at your settings is to notice where your teammates are at, as you can see their things through walls, their name tags and stuff like that. Or a little notification that, hey, a teammate's right there, these like little blue dots, and you aim, it shows you their nameplate. And when you see those nameplates disappear, it should be noted that they're either they're killed or they left. But if they got killed, you might want to be more wary of where to go, especially if you don't have a radar. You know, stuff like that that makes this mode so much more efficient. And so, you know, I understand my mic cut out, so I'm going to have to repeat some of what I said. Actually kind of, you know, cut that out, but yeah, no, man, killing in this game, you got to be tactically aware of your situations and surroundings. And I'm not fully aware of my surroundings, but then again, you know, some people just are totally idiots, and you can spec off some decent kills because they're unaware. And, you know, I kind of like the feeling of kind of wanting to know where my surroundings are. And it just makes me think differently and more methodically. Rather than rushing around the map and being, you know, COD 420. You know, and whilst, yeah, hardcore doesn't have its own tournaments. And, yeah, you know, a lot of the player base just doesn't play it as much as they play core. Yeah, you can kill people very fast. But at the end of the day, you can get killed just as fast, and because of that, provides a true enough challenge to where the first part of their initial argument, whereas, you know, it's too easy to get kills, then becomes irrelevant because it's just as easy to get killed. Because of that reason alone drives a lot of people away from the mode, and because they're left with no actual reasoning to actually hate the mode, they're only left with the fact is that they just had a bad experience and they're not good enough to fit the role of playing hardcore. And yeah, some people can play both, and that's great that they can play both, but for me, hardcore is just where it's at. It has just enough, you know, fast-paced killing and just the right amount of being able to use whatever you want. It makes it fun. It makes builds unique, and rather than high damage value in the game type shit. And then people are like, hardcore is like supposedly like the best mode, and then you get these like MLG people or whatever, you know, that truly hate hardcore, and all they want to do is mock people like me that play hardcore, simply because they're just not good at the mode. I think that's truly why, and I think that's true. The only reason that they'll truly critique the mode is because they really suck at it, and they get frustrated when they get killed. So hardcore is just more frustrating than core. With core, I don't need to get 1,000 kills and feel satisfied. The whole time I'm playing, I just feel bored, and I feel like not enough people really stick up for the mode. I think a lot of people end up, you know, not making enough videos explaining how hardcore is just good. I just don't see it out there that much. So I would just like to make this video to get my thoughts out there, and hopefully part of the Call of Duty community, we can all realize that we all like our different modes, and people that play hardcore are just as good as people that play core. And I know that argument's kind of lame to make, but if you think about it, if you were to put somebody that plays core into a mode of hardcore with some really good hardcore players like myself, I think that they'd be struggling a lot. I struggle a lot, and I'm pretty decent at the game. I'm not gonna lie. I've went off a couple of times, but for the most part, man, Call of Duty is about fun. It's a video game. So if you're not having fun playing, you know, a certain mode, then just don't play it. And that's why I don't play core. It's not hard enough. It's not, you know, challenging enough. It doesn't influence me to, like, watch, man, I'm always using this M4. Let's do something else. The M13, a weapon not too many people use because, you know, its ammo consumption's questionable. Also, more people would prefer the M4. Well, we'll see how this performs. We'll see how it does. I'll use a Magnum. I use my 357. Damn, I didn't even notice him. You see what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't truly aware of the situation. This mode is just so much better, man. Like, I don't get it, man. Why do people have to bash on this mode? I like the way that they do. Shit, man. See, I was inaccurate. I was spraying and praying, right? The very thing that people say, oh, spraying and praying gets you enough kills. It truly doesn't, man. And the whole misconception of mounting, man. People think mounting is lame. It's not good enough. I actually enjoy mounting for my kills sometimes. Depends on the situation, sure. It depends on the range, sure. It depends on the weapon, sure. It depends on variables, right? But I still like doing it. And in hardcore, it pays off kind of in some ways, some situations. Ah, see, I'm not aware. Okay, so my gameplay's back, and my mic does this stupid ass thing. I don't know why. But, you know, back there when I got killed, I wasn't aware. I didn't know that guy was going to be back there. I didn't know he was going to be back there, right? So this whole tactically aware thing is bullshit and fuck off. I think they're just upset at the fact that a valid point, well, because I don't know, this guy, right, I'm about to find a video. Where's my phone? I can't really link it, but I can tell you what it's called. It is, let's go back and let's see. I don't know, man. The One Boom, I think is his name. He said, why some people play hardcore.
You missed a shot. The idea that Call of Duty has terrible netcode is mostly unfair.
Well, listen to this.
Shot pacing. That's going to require timing of my finger and working in conjunction with my thumbs to get those shots on you. And in hardcore, I just need to land one. It's a sniper.
You just need to land one. Okay? That's bullshit in its entirety. You need to land, well, two, and sure, two may seem like one, and depending on what gun, it may be one, and depending on what kind of range, it may take 3 shots, and depending if they're behind cover, it may take even 4 shots. Listen, guy, anyone who's going to make that argument, I have to work with my fingers in conjunction with my thumbs. They're just upset that hardcore is probably just not for them, it seems. It doesn't seem like people, I mean, here's what I just hate, is when they think that they're going to roast people that play hardcore, or when they think that they're just about to debunk hardcore in its entirety, and stuff like that. It's like, bro, alright, now they done fucked up, because now I'm about to expose, hardcore for being what it is. Hardcore is hard, okay? Every little second counts, and he's right. It doesn't. Some players, this mode does not require accuracy. It doesn't require enough accuracy because you could spray and pray, right? But at the same time, if you miss those shots, you have to work in conjunction with your fingers and your thumbs. It's just, this mode is just too easy. I can get too many kills. Well, but the problem is, you can get killed just as fast. Not a single person I know that complains about that even tries to complain or even argue that you can get killed just as fast. That's literally, get super fast kills and you get killed super fast. The mode can be unfair, yes. Camping can be cancerous, yes. But isn't that the same problems that Core has? I mean, it would be kind of hypocritical to say that, Core doesn't have any campers. Alright? It does. Every mode does. And, and I get it, man. Hardcore's not for everybody, but to go ahead and try to, try to, I don't know, I don't even know what he's trying to do. He's trying to, make it seem like it's too hard or something like that. And it just makes people like me feel just baffled. Like, how, if he played a campaign, would he play it on veteran or would he play it on recruit? It's shit like that, man. If you play the game on veteran, then you'll probably be really good at hardcore, man. You're used to getting killed super fast, and it influences you to be reaction time. I mean, if a guy like that's complaining about hardcore being too hard, and then he's like, but it's not hard, it's really easy. How is it super easy if you're complaining that people can just spray you really fast? It seems pretty hard to me that if I can move around a corner and someone's gonna one-piece me, that seems a lot harder than having an opportunity to fight back. It seems a lot harder. If I were to let this guy, right, it's the one boom, I think is his gamer tag or whatever, his YouTube channel. If I were to let this guy play a game like Hotline Miami, do you think he'd get frustrated? I think he would, because, Hotline Miami is a game that requires a lot of skill. It requires a lot of fast-paced, understanding the situation and moving fast. And, by the way, not getting hit. Because, guess what? In that game, it's a one-shot kill from anything. Anything from a baseball bat all the way up to an assault rifle. And guess what? There's only one of you and 100 of enemies or whatever. So, I don't think a guy like that would make it in a game like Hotline Miami. Or Dark Souls, for that matter. Because Dark Souls is a perfect example. And some people are into the whole hardcore shit. I am myself. And the reason it's called hardcore is because, guess what? It's not easy. It's hard. And guess what, man? If you can't handle that, then that means that core is for you. It means that hardcore is too hard for you, and you need to stick to core. That's all that means. So there's no trying to justify it. And I'll admit it. Hardcore, whilst for me, it's okay. Let's get one thing straight, right? I complain that in core you can't get any kills because Yeah, it takes too long. You guys saw that gameplay. I'm able to get kills, okay, but I'm not able to get consistent kills, and I have a higher chance of scoring higher, you know, score streaks or kill streaks, whatever. Right? So, and the reason why is a higher life chance because I regenerate my health faster, and that's not so much. I'm not even sure that there's any true health regeneration in this mode. Or if there is, it's extremely slow. Splash damage can almost kill you in this, man. Like, shit matters in this, man. Every little bit counts. And it adds a sort of intensity to it, to where every little second counts. Every second of reaction counts. But then again, accuracy counts at the same time. Because if it didn't, you know, how is it that scoring a headshot... Headshots are the one-shots that people complain about. It's normally 2 to 3 shots, and depending on range, you know, depending on muzzle velocity, I guess, or, you know, yeah, velocity. And depending if you're behind cover or not, you know, if their shots hit your, you know, I'm sure in this game, getting shot in the leg, you know, 3 times will kill you in hardcore. Whereas in core, getting shot in the leg 8 times can kill you. So it's a very big, subtle difference, but depending on the range and if you're behind cover, you know, it's not entirely impossible for you to get shot once and still survive. It's not impossible for that to happen, right? So I got shot once a couple of times in this video, and I'm still alive. So that was pretty cool. But it does a lot of damage and that sort of thing. But I think truly... here, let's let this guy explain the whole core is better argument. The one boom is his actual thing, so people want to look that up.
The fact that I can wipe a team with an AK-47 by only firing 6 bullets should tell you that accuracy is really not a problem. I don't have much hardcore gameplay on my hard drive anymore, because I've already ranked up all of the weapons in the game. And that's really where I like hardcore. It's fun to level up weapons and go for camos, and when I start going for camo challenges, you guys will probably see some hardcore gameplay mixed in with the regular stuff. But when I want a more balanced competitive experience, which yeah, you can look for that in Call of Duty, I guess, going to hardcore is just a dumb idea. Because yeah, it's cool, the FAL can one-shot to every part of the body, but you know, so can this douchebag's 1911, so why am I running the...
This douchebag's 1911 can one-shot anywhere on the body. Okay. Alright, well, we'll see about that. I mean, I'll be very clear. Alright, now that I got my mic back, I'll repeat what I said. Now, I'll be very clear. The 1911 cannot one-shot anywhere on the body. I'm sure if I shoot somebody in the foot with a 1911, I'm pretty sure that they'll shoot me right in the head and I'll die. But here, I have a 1911. Let's go. Damn, he was right. One shot. Awesome. I don't know, man. Then again, I guess we were kind of up close. Alright, so they're back there, I know. I'm gonna try to peek this. Go in there. Behind me. Alright, bet. I don't know, man. I guess he was right on the whole 1911 one-shot, but not gonna lie though, bro. I think that was just because I was up close. I was fairly close to that dude, and I'm pretty sure if I was at further range, I just would have. Motherfucker, using a shield like a puss. I said like a puss instead of saying like a pussy. Alright, let's do this. One thing I kind of miss about the original mode is this wasn't here. It was just stairway downstairs. It had this little subsection level. It was kind of cool, you know, but they don't have it in this. Also, in this version of Backlot, they also took out this area over here. Or originally you could just run over and jump, but they had this stupid ass towel, a stupid ass rug or carpet blocking your way of getting up there. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Is a rug gonna stop me from climbing over a balcony? I don't think so, bub. I think I'm gonna pull that shit down and parkour my way in there. But if you guys have played the OG version of Backlot, you guys know what I'm talking about. You see, I got wasted right there. See what I'm saying? So you can get killed fairly easily. So I don't know what they're saying. That maybe they're just not getting enough kills, or maybe it's a problem for them or something. I don't know. I think this is balanced. I think this is fair. You know, I'm sucking ass right now, but sometimes I do pretty good. Sometimes I do pretty bad. We have our matches. People are better than others. No matter how good you think you are, there will always be somebody that's better, so I will never try to say I'm the best at the game. I don't think that's possible for anybody to be the best at Call of Duty, primarily due to the fact that we all have different levels of skill with different weapons and stuff. By the way, not to say this, but this game is amazing. You know, this is a great game. I like Warzone in particularly as well, and I know that's more or less like Core because they have a lot of health, up to 200 health if I believe. And that's a lot of health. But that game is kind of like Core. But remember, guys, it's not like hardcore. It's its own thing, right? It's battle royale, man. It's gonna play like a battle royale, so people are gonna have very large health pools. But in a mode like this, where everything's supposed to be fast-paced, and every little second counts, I think hardcore executes that really well. All right, let's try to use this. I'm not gonna lie, man, this version of Backlot, I don't know, man, with like the modern weapons, you know, the new stuff like sliding and tactical sprinting and mounting, stuff like that, I think really at the end of the day just kind of makes this map kind of obsolete. Rather, the original Modern Warfare simplicity of it all made it much more fun. So yeah, guys, I think with all that off my chest, I think it was a decent video. It was, yeah, it was a bit lengthy to get to my point, but I just don't think enough people give hardcore enough credit for what it's worth, man, because it's really fun. We should all give it you should all give it a chance before bashing it, man. If you guys really aren't that good at Call of Duty, then you guys may not be the mode for you. Aw, man, I really wish I had an RPG right here, but because then I would get my RPG camo for that. But they also need to add some more ground score streaks, like a grenade turret, like back in Modern Warfare 3, and they need to add a SAM turret, you know, the surface-to-air missile turret. That's another thing, these shield douchebags, man. Is in hardcore, using a shield's kind of useless. So, anyway, with all that out of the way, and then again, I would really just like it if people really stopped bashing this mode like they do. It just seems that it's just dishonest, man. Some of their complaints are just... Some of them, not all of them. I guess the whole 9-11 argument, I guess he had a good point on the whole one-shot kill, which is something I kind of doubted at first, but looking back on it, and it happened right on video, it actually did happen, so, you know, that is true, that guy was right. But I think, at the same time, though, variables play into factor. I think I was just too close. But you guys leave with your thoughts about that in the comment section below. Let me know, which do you prefer, core or hardcore? Like I said, I really don't care, but then again, I always, you know, I always think core is for pussies, but You know, that's me. That's my joke. That's who I am. But you know, thank God hardcore exists. And let me know what you guys think. Like I said, which do you prefer and why? Please, if you guys really want to go ahead and make a counter argument to anything I said, go ahead and try. It's not really going to get you anywhere. I know for me, I'm making a counter argument based upon my opinions on core to hardcore, but I'm only doing that simply because I feel like not enough players truly give core enough criticism, and they want to go ahead and critique hardcore. They don't give hardcore enough, not praise, but enough chance to really play it and get to enjoy it. So anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on the matter. You know, I think that hardcore is better. I'm very biased, though. We're all biased, so I think that you know, if anybody's like, I think this is truly a fact, it is absolute. Oh, I mean, it's not a fact if you're biased, it's your opinion, right? So everything we think and feel is an opinion. But a fact is that hardcore, you know, it's a lot easier to get kills, but it's also a lot harder to, you know, it's also a lot easier to get killed as much as it is to get kills. So with that being said, I think it's well balanced for that matter being. Sure, there's some instances of unfair play, but alright guys, I think I'm gonna end the video here. Oh man.